What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of The Vision with Nathan Collins. In this show, we talk about vision protection, vision casting, and vision pursuit. In this episode, we're going to talk about how to protect your vision. This is a part 2 of the first one, and it's important. So if you haven't heard the first one, go check it out. But hey, as you know, if you've listened to the first 2 episodes, this podcast is brought to you by podpro.app. Fellow podcasters, go use it. Start for free today. PodPro is an online app that helps you systematically plan and scale your podcast. I use it for this episode. I mean, not just this episode, but I use it for this show. And we use it for the Diamond Studios podcast and the things that it has allowed us to do outside of podcasting, and the things that has helped us do as far as scaling our podcast is amazing. You need to go try it out. You can try it for free. podpro.app. Get your podcast organized. Start growing it. Go. Get to work. There's your motivational speaker to speak. What is it called? Seminar. Sure. There's your motivational seminar for the day for all you podcasters. All right. Today, we're going to hit on 3 more ways you can protect your vision. These are, for the first one, we're going to take it back to elementary school. Bullies. Bullies, you suck. You need help. Yeah. What a way to kick off the podcast. Is to bully a bully. Isn't that great? I'm hoping you caught the irony. I forget that this is a podcast, so I can't tell. But regardless, being a bully is no fun. You know that if you were a bully growing up, or if you're a bully now, you know that you feel like the scum of the earth. Or if you've been on the receiving side, you know that you feel like the scum of the earth. Sadly, most of us have been on both sides of the fence, and it's not fun. Now, what the heck does this have to do with protecting your vision? Well, no matter how cool someone thinks they are when they look down on you, or no matter how cool you think you are when you look down on someone else, toxic people can kill dreams. And, if you go back to episode 1, especially if they're in your inner circle, or if they're someone that you shared your vision with, it's a terrible idea. But I don't want to talk about that necessarily. I want to talk about you and making sure you are not a bully to someone else. So we've all heard the phrase, what goes around comes around. When someone thinks you are good enough in their life for them to share their vision with you, that is not the time for you to look down on them. Because A, they thought highly enough of you to tell you that vision, which in my eyes, that is an honor. Like, someone trusts me enough for them to tell me their plans and their dreams. Like, this is their personal dream, and they choose me to share it with. That's an honor. That is great. That means I serve some form of importance in their life, and they're willing to share this important part of their life with me. So if they view me like that, and if I were to turn around and be like, dude, that's the dumbest idea I've ever heard, well, suddenly you just gave them a negative outlook on you as a person. Where does your vision come from? It comes from your mind. It comes from your heart. It comes from your passions. Well, your mind, your heart, and your passions are all coming from who you are as a person. So you just gave that person a negative outlook on your entire vision. Yes, it does work that way. And this is why you have to be ultra careful. Now, look, when a little kid, I worked at the Boys and Girls Club several years back. Incredible place to work. But when a kid would come up to me, they would tell me their crazy ideas, and I would be like, you know what? That's a great idea. What if? And I fed into that idea. Me and another kid, we sat there and we planned an entire theme park based around this kid's genius idea. And we spent, oh man, a solid 30 minutes a day at lunchtime drawing out what his theme park would look like. That was years ago. I went and visited, and that kid came up to me and was like, dude, I'm still working on this theme park. So never brush off someone's dream in a negative way. Don't brush it off. Period. Just take it. Well, don't take their dream. Don't do that. That's a terrible thing. But if they tell you, you need to agree or give input. If it's something that needs work, maybe they don't know that. Ask like, hey, can I give you some input on this? Cool. But anyway, we'll get into that in a different episode one of these days. So don't be a bully when people tell you their dreams. And just don't be a bully, because it kills your outlook on who you are, which leaks into your dream. And then when they talk, because that's what people do, when someone's a jerk to them, then they go talk about them. And now they're talking about your vision. Sometimes you can't avoid that, but we'll dissect that in a different episode. I have plenty of experience in all of this. Next up, say no. It's okay to say no. I struggled with this one. I still struggle with this one. I used to be a lot more of a people pleaser than I am today. But the moment I realized, I would say, no, I don't have time for that. I have other commitments. I'm not able to meet up or hang out. Once I realized saying no to things, once I realized it gave me more time to do the things that I actually want to do, changed my life. Changed my life. So saying no, look, our life, the human life expectancy is not, what it was when Moses was around. Our human lifespan is not the lifespan of Yoda. So, we have a short amount of years. I think it's like 70 or 80. I have no idea. But we have a short amount of years that we are capable of doing things that we actually desire to do. And we need to have the strength to say no to the things that you do not want to do, so that you can say yes to the things that need your attention. Because your vision requires a ton of attention. It's not something that just falls in your lap. Like you can cast your vision in but it's another thing to go after it. And if you say yes to every little thing that has nothing to do with your vision, then you will never see that vision come to fruition. Tomorrow never comes. James Bond movie. Tomorrow never dies. Something like that. Literally, tomorrow never comes. You say tomorrow. No, it's never here. It's never here. So say no to the things that you don't want to do, and stop saying you'll do it tomorrow. Get to work on it. Finally, be the person you were created to be, and protect that person. I know we hear, be you, but and typically it has some form of societal agenda behind it, right? So in this scenario, forget everything about everything and look at yourself. Who are you? You have to be the person you were created to be, and you have to go out of your way and work hard to protect that. as I mentioned earlier, this life is pretty short. It's pretty short. However, at the same time, you have time to do what you want to do. You don't want to get to the end of your life. You don't want to realize you let someone talk you out of the life you were created to live, the mission you were called to do, the person you were created to be, or the dream that you cultivated and crafted in your mind. You don't want to get to the end of your life and realize that you never became the dream sculptor, the potter that you were meant to be. So you've got to be the person you were created to be. Stop copying other people and their styles and going after just the fame or the credibility. You've got to be the person you were created to be. Most of the time, that's not easy at all. Most of the time, it's actually probably the hardest thing to do. But look, if there's something on your heart, if there's a dream on your heart and you're just afraid people are going to judge you, all right, well, go back to the last podcast. You don't want those people in your life. Not in your inner circle anyway. If there's someone that you're afraid to be judged by, more than likely they are toxic to your dream and toxic to your vision. It's super, super important that you pay attention to the people that you surround yourself with. Because if you're emotionally, vulnerable, look, the wrong people can steal your dream straight out of, not necessarily your mind, but your heart. They can steal it straight out of your heart. They can kill the vision before it even comes around. So look, you've got to be the person you were created to be, and you have to protect that. And I can't stress that enough. All right. That's it for me today. I really hope these are like Blitz podcasts. They're so short and I love it. I'm just to the point. Hey, look, we're 3 episodes in. I really would love to know what you think about these. I'm enjoying doing them. These are things that I'm passionate about. Let me know. Let me know what you think. I'm on Facebook, and pretty much any social media. Just look up Nathan Collins. I don't know. Just try it. Do it. Look me up. Let me know what you think. All right. I'm out of here. I will talk to you guys next week. And remember, dream big.